All right, Pick Central, Barstool's daily gambling show. Jerry, I have a question for you.
Right off the bat.
Right off the bat.
Go ahead.
I've heard rumors. I've heard some whispers. Is this okay?
It's we put it out on much still.
Okay, all right. Did you think Doug's coached at Florida State for real?
I did. I did.
And you were wondering if he
Can we play the clip?
How'd that come up?
I tweeted it.
Well, you gonna play it or you want me to say it?
You can say it. And then
Yeah, we could do
I
both.
doubt he's got it ready. So
No, so I seen Doug's in the morning. I said good morning. We were just chatting. He's like, "What's going on?" I was like, not much. Trying to get rid of a few cards I've been collecting." And he's a big card collector like me. And we just got to talking, and I'm like, "So how was coaching Florida State? Was it cool?" And he laughed. He's like, "I'm not a coach." I'm like, "What do you mean?" I followed him before I came to Barstool.
right.
I didn't know the whole story though.
Okay.
This guy was never a coach.
No, we know that.
Well, I didn't know that.
Okay, all right. He just looked like a video game character.
Yeah, I mean, I got the full story.
Here we go.
How was Florida State? You know what I mean? Like, was it cool coaching there and stuff? And he's like, I was never a coach. Like, what? What do you mean you're never a coach? I've been following him for a little while.
This is exactly what
Not
you just
on
said.
Twitter and shit, but I followed his like Instagram and shit.
Oh.
And he's like, yeah, I was never a coach. And I'm like, wait, what do you mean? And he's like, yeah, no, that Big Cat used to play a video game. And did you know that or no?
There's gotta be trolling.
This has got to
right?
be a bit.
Wait, you guys didn't know the story?
No, we did.
No, I didn't know it. Did you know it?
No.
I didn't. Wait, he wasn't a coach?
No, never.
Get out of here.
Wait, not even an assistant?
Big Cat was playing a video game, right? And this is like 2 years ago, I think. He was playing a video game, NCAA 14.
Okay.
But he was playing it 2 years ago, I guess when COVID started.
Oh.
And he was streaming, and he made the head coach, Coach Doug. And the character actually looked like Doug's out here. So this guy, Doug's, which is Colin, is his name, tweeted at Big Cat and stuff like, hey, identity theft is no joke.
Oh.
And that's kind of how it started. This guy was never a coach.
Wait, so you thought he was like Jimbo Fisher?
Yeah, I thought he coached Florida State.
Like an offensive coordinator or like the head coach?
Exactly, offensive coordinator.
Is this...
No idea.
You're not real. This isn't real.
I promise you, I had no idea.
Jerry, I freaking love it because I'm oblivious too, and I could have that same kind of stuff could happen to me, and I'm glad you're here.
He looks like a coach, though.
That's gonna look like Andy Reid a little.
And what?
Yeah,
No, he doesn't look like Andy Reid at all.
It's big,
similar.
big man.
Okay, all right. So
Brown hair.
Like a bald Charlie Weiss? I think we're getting closer here.
Or like Mark Mangino, perhaps.
Yeah, the Kansas coach,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Okay, so you were okay. All right, never mind. You thought we didn't know the story though?
The way Marty was like in there, I'm like I thought I was actually breaking the news to Marty. And he knew the whole time.
I wish, Jerry, I swear to God, I wish the show was about 5 hours long and I could just get in that brain of yours. Just drive it around for a little bit.
Don't do much.
I just wish I could just take that brain out for a spin and see where it goes.
I don't know where to go.
It's something else, man.
So are there, now I'm curious, are there other people at Barstool that he doesn't know?
There must be, because, I mean, I guess if you didn't watch it, I don't know. I thought it was very clear. I don't know, though.
I think I'll put it to you this way. You put a headset like he has in his Twitter picture on.
Right, yeah.
You put it on anybody in this office.
They look like a coach.
No.
Oh.
You put it on anybody in this office, he looks the most like a coach. Out of anybody in this office.
Okay. All right. Now, wait a minute. Hold on. I like that. We need a headset like that, and we need to just bring in people and put it on them and see how much they look like a coach.
Exactly.
Hold on now.
I think he's right.
I think he is too, because you got to think we got a lot of young people here. If you're like 25, you're not passing for Ohio State or Florida State's offensive coordinator.
Also, having a big
but you're in
head,
like your mid-30s, bigger guy. It makes sense.
Large.
Having a
I think
big
Large
head.
would look like a coach.
Large could in the right setting. I
Large
think
is too.
could.
Yeah.
But Large is too like
He's too buttoned up.
He's very well groomed.
Yeah.
I need a coach. I need to coach
right,
a little
so here's
extra.
Well, let's see. Because listen, I'm just gonna say this once. If I just seen you on the street, Brandon.
Yeah. It's Brandon.
Brandon.
Yeah, it's Brandon. It's fucking Brandon.
Brandon. I said Brandon.
You didn't.
You would look like if I just seen you just walking. I didn't know you before Barstool. My first impression is gym teacher. That's my first
I
impression.
think that's fair. I think
you
that's
look
pretty
like
accurate.
one right now.
I like that. I like
Yeah,
that.
it's
Okay,
correct.
all right. What's your first impression of Marty Mush? He doesn't work at Barstool. You're just coming out of Whole Foods. You just got your salad. You look at him.
Lay it on me.
It's a Popeyes employee.
Love it.
I don't even know what the hell you're gonna say to me and F, man.
All right. Well, all right, Big Ev. So you're coming out of Penn Station. Big Ev's walking in. What do you think?
Train conductor.
Love it. Love it. That's good.
You're walking out of.
That's
look
good.
like one.
This hat too. I think it's
You're walking out of Target. You just picked up some condoms. What do you think of Ben Mintz?
He's bagging groceries.
Fair. I mean, I once was making salads in the salad line a few years ago.
That was
so it's
close. Oh, close.
You know who would look like a coach on this show? Smitty would look like a coach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smitty
Yeah, I
would
can
look like
see
a
it.
coach.
I
High
can see
school
it.
coach,
Put on
though.
the headset.
All right, we're gonna pass the headset around.
Smitty looks like a head high school.
To
coach.
have
We're gonna start down there with
a
Marty.
coach look, you need a big head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here,
And
we'll
like
start with
he
you.
has the blockhead for it. Okay.
I was gonna pass it, but
I feel like
Wouldn't be a
Ryan.
receivers coach.
Take off the hat too, though, Marty.
I feel like Ryan.
Yeah, I don't think he's allowed to take the head off.
Not today.
Why?
The bad head.
Marty has bad hair.
No
and
way. The furthest thing
He has the
from
worst
it.
hair.
No, I'm saying the furthest thing from a coach.
Oh,
Furthest thing.
yeah, add a place in your head.
Yeah, it's not right.
It doesn't fit.
okay. He does look like a Popeyes employee. It's like, yeah. All right.
See, I'll take the hat off.
So big
I'll
F.
take the hat
Yep,
off.
okay, the
Which
hat
makes
off
me
is
probably
better.
a little more like a coach.
You're like Mark Mangino's son.
O-line coach for
He's
sure.
close. I'm telling you, he's close.
O-line
It's the bald
coach.
shit.
O-line
It's
coach.
big.
The bald.
Big head.
Offensive line coach.
Yep, O-line coach.
It's close.
Coached up the boys in the trenches.
It's
Well,
close.
you do kind of look like a train conductor as
No,
well.
train conductor I think is accurate.
Dude,
I
that's
agree.
not. That's definitely the best. You got the best.
I think I'm the highest paid out of the group.
Probably.
For sure.
Union?
No way. No way. No.
No.
Not really.
No, not at all.
No.
No, nothing? Okay, all right. Pass it down.
I know this is gonna look.
He has a chance.
You've got a chance because you got coach hair that doesn't care.
No.
I don't think this works, boys.
You're like a telemarketer. That's
I don't think in my next life coaching is
That
gonna
was
quite
good.
work out for me.
Brandon, that was a
You'll
good
talk
one.
for a second. We'll go and recruit some coaches.
All right. There's not many people here today.
Who do we think that outside could be the most coach like?
I know this is like a modern thing, but I think Roan looks like one of the young wizard OCs that's like taking over sports. You know how they have like the McVay or the young like innovative minds, and he's got the crazy mind.
What
I
about
could see
Trey?
him as like a forward-thinking OC.
Who?
Trey.
Editor Trey?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Ev is close.
That was close.
I think with the hat off, definitely a position
Evo
coach.
line coach is just. I mean, it's. A
I think if I'd be the guy that get promoted to head coach, and Brandon would just say I was fat and that I would never succeed. I think that's fair.
No shot, right, Brandon?
I said that everyone said I looked the most like a coach. I said I look like an offensive line coach that would get promoted, and then Brandon would say I would never succeed because I was fat.
Yeah, you
And
just
I
look,
was an
you look like
offensive line
somebody who would
coach.
be a coach because you couldn't do anything else.
Offensive line coach.
Yeah. There's nobody here today.
no one's
Yeah.
here. Everyone knows Dave's schedule.
Yeah, everybody knows that Dave's not going to be here.
I
so
said
people
Trey.
don't show up.
Trey, the editor.
Yeah, I could see that.
Big.
Yeah. Imagine Jack McCarthy as a coach.
No.
Well, I'd never show up for practice.
Never.
no chance.
I'd Ben Simmons the fuck out of him.
Get in that line drill. Fuck you, Jack.
You do the fucking drill.
You know what? I appreciate this. Oh, you're wearing it right now.
Yeah, but don't do nothing. It's not a coach.
No,
it's
you're not a coach.
Yeah, you're not a coach. I think the headset coach test is
I like it.
it's pretty good, Jerry.
Yeah.
I like it. You can stay if you want. You don't have to stay. I just wanted you to come in and do that little story. You got things to do?
Broncos.
Yeah, the Broncos
Love
tonight.
the play.
Broncos heavy. What about touchdown score? Right? We're going to have a science video?
Yeah, I'm doing it now.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about
Jerry has a way about him that even though I know he's not really doing anything right now, he makes me feel like he's a lot more important
Oh yeah.
than I am.
Listen,
sure.
there's
Coming on the pro, he got to do the football show.
Well, I don't think that was announced yet.
Oh yeah. Never mind.
Doesn't come
I
out
don't
till
know.
Sunday.
I don't know if that's happening or not.
Well,
have no idea. Dude, I don't know anything. I'm so low in the totem
You just
pole.
fucking said it.
Well, maybe I misspoke. I've definitely done that a couple hundred times.
You leaving on a airplane today to go to?
Making it excited. 19th of the 22 years I've made LSU Ole Miss, going back to my senior year in high school. It's a big reunion for me, and first time Ole Miss has been a big favorite in quite some time. Hadn't won in 6 years. So.
Y'all haven't beat LSU in 6 years.
The last time we did, this is so crazy. The last time we beat LSU was 2015. They won 38-17. I was about to start my Shreveport radio show and just finishing school in Oxford. It's been that long ago since we won. So hopefully need to win this one really, really bad and kick them while they're down.
All right, so they might not be down. What if, and I got this somebody tweeted this to me. They DM'd me and said, Ed Orgeron, not a good head coach, but could be the greatest interim coach of all time.
Yeah.
He went 6-2 at USC as an interim coach, went 6-2 at LSU as an interim coach, and now he is the interim coach again. He is the guy that's coaching until they find a new guy.
True.
What if he's the greatest interim coach of all time?
Look, I'm not.
It exists. The possibility
No,
exists.
it definitely exists, and I could see it. I mean, I hope you're wrong on this weekend, but these LSU Ole Miss games are usually Ole Miss is the big underdog and fights them hard and battles more than people expect and plays up, and now it's opposite roles. I don't know what the hell to think.
I think he's got the title right now, but I think the Raiders coach might give him a run for his money.
Yeah.
Let's see how the season plays out with that guy.
Man,
You got everybody around him walking around saying top 5 foxhole guy.
Yeah.
Well,
we'll see about that. NFL tonight, we obviously have the Broncos-Browns, which we can talk about, but I think the most interesting things in the NFL right now are trade rumors.
Maybe the most important thing is that Jerry Rice follows me on Instagram.
What?
It's
not that big of a fucking deal.
Jerry Rice?
Marty, you need to. Jerry Rice is known for running the Mississippi Hills. You like to do your athletic stuff, you need to run the Mississippi Hills with Jerry Rice.
That
sounds terrible.
I know, but you always challenge.
I would
be
like
content right there.
His son follows me on Twitter.
How do you know it's his son?
His name's Jerry Rice Jr.
All right. He was here once. I took a picture with him. He's a nice guy. I've taken a picture with Jerry Rice as a famous person more than I've ever met anybody in my life.
Yeah.
Because he is from 8 miles south of where I'm from.
Oh, so he doesn't follow you?
On Instagram? I don't know. I don't know who follows me on Instagram.
No, it's his following on Instagram is very funny.
Is it? You and Dana?
It's me, Dana. I think it's me, Dana, Rhea, Big Cat, KFC, and Brianna.
What?
No Dave. No Dave.
He's a stoolie.
He follows Brianna Chicken Fry.
Yep.
All right, who's handling that Instagram account?
Yeah, me, Rhea, Dana, Big Cat, KFC, Caleb, Brianna.
Because even though he's obviously not running it, whoever is doing it is just they're inconsistent with who they follow.
I don't know. I mean, that seems like it's him. He only follows 570 people.
But one of them's Brianna Chicken Fry?
She's a star.
She makes good content. Yeah, she's a star.
For Jerry Rice thinks she's a star?
I mean, you don't know him personally. You don't know what he's into.
I
what
do
he's
know
not
him
into.
personally. I've met him many times. He and I have hung out. Actually, where I was from, everybody claimed to be Jerry Rice's cousin. Everybody.
I could see that.
Everybody in elementary school. Oh, that's my uncle. That's my cousin. And it was just because he was famous right when I was in elementary school. And again, he was from 8 miles down the road. But anyway, so Deshaun Watson.
How you feeling, Brandon, as a Dolphins fan? You want it, right?
I think we're getting a lot of closed door fist pumps is what we're getting.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I hope that anything that has been alleged, if it is true, I hope justice is served.
You son of a bitch.
I that's what I hope above all else. That being said, has been 22 years since Miami had a quarterback worth of shit. Dan Marino retired in 2000, so I'm just saying, if Deshaun Watson is able to come to an agreement or get off of these charges, he's going to need somewhere to start his life anew, and it should be in South Florida.
I mean,
and it should be as the quarterback of the Miami.
In all seriousness, if he is guilty,
then he'll never play again, right?
Yeah, fuck him, get him out of there. No one should ever do that. But the fact that you might just get you have your quarterback for the next 10 years. And he's like
really good. Quarterbacks are he's in his prime. Like quarterbacks are hard to come by. That's
the thing too. He's not. It's not like he's like on the end of the road.
He's right. He's
right in the middle.
Oh yeah.
Just and
then Tua to the football team. They were saying.
Listen, I know the Washington football team fans are probably excited today because it's a little bit of hope, whatever. Tua stinks.
Oh,
Yeah, he
Tua's
does.
not good.
Tua stinks. Like, he's not good. He doesn't throw the ball down the field. He doesn't have any zip on his passes. Tua stinks.
Yeah.
And he's brittle. He got hurt both years at Alabama. He's already been hurt this year. Like, Miami built up the most draft capital in the league, ended up blowing almost every pick, and they drafted, instead of Justin Herbert, they drafted Tua Tagovailoa. And now in his second year, they're trying to get out from under it, and they're trying to trade. What does that tell you? So any Washington football team that is excited about Tua is crazy. But I do think this is going to happen. I think the Dolphins are going to trade for Deshaun because Deshaun's got this cloud over him, and it's a justified cloud, and we can't speak about the legal goings on. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if he'll ever play football again. But operating on the assumption that something gets worked out and he is available to play football, the Dolphins know that they have backed themselves into a corner. They have drafted poorly. They don't have a good quarterback. They're basically a franchise just floating there with nothing going on for the next decade unless they do something drastic. And this is drastic.
And they obviously have been they obviously think that he's not guilty.
Well, I was just going to bring that up. So, right as it stands up, saying right this second, all the claims they're civil claims, correct?
I think there's 2 criminal claims.
Okay.
Out of the 22.
Okay,
the
fair.
rest of them are civil.
He gets traded, though. He's allowed to play, right?
I think he could be playing right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
He's
it's the
not-
Yeah, I mean,
Texans
he could have been on the Texans roster. I mean, he was at training camp.
Yeah, it's an odd situation, and one of the odder situations I have ever seen. Because I guess what I compare it to in my life is when Kobe missed the first half of 2004 season because he was doing a rape trial. Ended up settling out of court, but he didn't get traded during that trial.
Yeah.
There was
Roethlisberger had similar too.
yeah, but again, neither of those guys got traded.
But the Texans, he wanted out of the Texans before the Chargers.
He
Yeah,
did.
correct.
He did. The whole thing is just weird as shit. The entire saga, because he wanted out. Then we found out about this stuff. Brian Laundrie got found.
What?
Brian
His
Laundrie got
remains.
found. Yeah, he's been dead for a while.
I knew it.
Everybody knew
Well, I
it.
said he was
No,
going to kill
people-
himself. Yeah, I mean, I feel like he had to have. I mean, the entire planet's looking for you.
It was-
They know exactly what you did.
It was weird. I don't know if I just fell for a Twitter trap, but apparently his parents joined in the search today, and they found him in 30 minutes. I don't know if that's true or not, or if that's just a tweet that I saw.
A dupe
But yeah, so he's
scumbag.
we found Brian Laundrie's remains. I'm sure he just capped himself as soon as it happened. I don't know. I don't know anything other than that. But Dog the Bounty Hunter is off the case.
Yeah, it's big of him to announce that after they found him. If he didn't sprain his ankle, he would have fucking been
What's Jerry got?
there. The signs. It's all about the signs.
What could that have been? He was carrying a scarf or something.
Army.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I actually like those signs, too. Now I kind of want to go watch a signs video.
What'd you think of that Sunbelt game last night? Did y'all watch that? It was a hell of a game.
I got to tell you guys, yesterday I gave away Coastal -5 because I believe Coastal was a good team. While I was doing the Brandon Walker College Football Show, a guy called from Boone, North Carolina, and he said, Brandon, you idiot. What are you thinking? Coastal's never won here. They're 0-4. They're overrated. They've beaten 1-5, 1-6, 2-5. They've beaten all these shitty teams. They're coming into Boone, North Carolina. Nobody comes in here and pushes us around. They're losing their game tonight, and I wanted to get off the show, go across the river to Jersey, change my bet, cash out and change my bet. Couldn't do it. I just, and it was so obvious. Why didn't I see that? App State was always the play yesterday.
I had App State.
I did too.
Dave
Dave had
$100 grand
Heavy.
and $50 grand money line.
Yeah.
On App State?
Yeah.
As they start, it was a tough start too. It was
Yeah, they're down
dicey
14-0.
there.
Yeah, 14-0 first quarter.
Yeah, but then they got it right.
The
and
onside
everything.
kick swung the game.
Is that what it was?
It was they Apps scored to make it 14-7. Onside kick basically scored I think the first or second play after that 47-yard touchdown, 14-14 like that.
Got a little take on that. I think surprise onside kicks are not used enough.
We haven't seen any this year besides that one. I feel like.
And especially if you have a bad defense.
Right.
I mean, just try to steal a possession for 20 or 30
Which
yards. is
Coastal
way
basically
worth it.
went touchdown and then 75-yard touchdown, bang bang.
I mean, you give a team the ball at midfield, if they're a good offense, and what's the difference in really giving? You're losing 20 yards field position. If you kick it to them, they get it to 25, maybe the 30. You give it to them in midfield with the risk of perhaps maybe you get the ball and keep momentum, because there's nothing better in football than score, turnover.
Yep.
Score, turnover. Like if you score and then they get the ball back and then you get the ball back immediately and score again, that's just that's a knockout blow almost. I think I wonder what the most underused plays are in sports. I just thought of that. But the surprise onside kick is one.
Suicide squeeze.
Suicide squeeze?
I haven't.
I don't think I've ever seen it work.
I don't, because I've never seen it in. I don't think I've seen it in 5 years.
It's like the chupa. Like it might exist. I've never actually.
The
seen
analytics
it.
now are so against bunting.
Yeah.
People just don't bunt anymore, really.
Yeah, I
only like pitchers and stuff in the NL.
Underused plays in sports. How about the throw it off a guy's back when you're inbounding the ball?
Yeah.
Throw it off a guy's back, catch it, and go.
But I just feel like they just don't do. Like I feel like they always just have a guy on the ball now.
Yeah.
Like I feel like they never really have your back turned to the ball. There's always somebody on the inbounder.
I feel like the fake punt isn't as prevalent as it used to be because now everybody's going for it on fourth down so much.
Yeah, that's another one. The fake punt is such a huge momentum swing no matter which way it goes. If you get it, huge. But if you don't, you look like a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
A fucking
1000%.
asshole. Remember Kirby Smart doing it?
Oh,
fucking
the
fourth
SEC championship.
quarter?
That was
Yeah.
so stupid.
Oh,
That's the
man.
worst fake punt in the history of football.
The best.
I remember the
that
Colts.
that
Yeah, the Colts
one
Pats one was
where they went
huge.
under center with
That
it.
was
That was
awesome.
that was so weird.
that was awesome.
Oh,
The fake when you pick someone off and pretend the ball into the outfield. You ever see that one?
Yeah.
I like that one.
Somebody's saying, and I agree. I think Big Cat might have tweeted this like a couple of weeks ago. The lateral is underused in football.
Yeah, it is.
We use it at the end of games. What about just using it, having a play with a lateral in there, like in the second quarter?
You know, like the play where you go. I think it's hook and ladder.
Hook and ladder, yeah.
You catch it and have some guy who come like that's an unbelievable play. I've never used.
That happens.
They use it only in desperate
Okay.
times at the end on 4th and 20. If you used it during the
Yeah.
game, it could work more. Like not when people.
like
That
second
happens
down.
in
My bad, Brandon.
100% of backyard football games. Every backyard football games has at least one hook and ladder.
Oh yeah.
The
No
one
will
that
see it coming.
the one that I think I've seen people use a little bit more is throwing like an outside run to the running back and then like a pitch to a receiver or something like that. I feel like I've seen that
Yeah.
a couple times this year. I like that as well because they just don't see it coming.
Oh, good one. When's the last time we saw a good hidden ball trick?
I
in
was gonna bring
baseball?
that one
Yeah.
up because I used to love that when we were younger. But yeah, I'd seen one.
Another thing that happens in 100% of backyard baseball games.
Yep.
Another-
Little League it happens often. I feel like.
The Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
The
Right,
football
right.
one where they cut
Zabransky.
it like this and then
Yeah.
someone takes
Zabransky.
it. Yep.
Yep,
What a
Ian
legend.
Johnson. Ian Johnson. What a great game that was.
Oh,
Hidden ball trick sucks. Why are the chat boys such bitches? How could you say the hidden ball trick sucks?
like when it works, it's awesome.
How could the hidden ball trick? It's one of the coolest things that could ever
and
work.
and
Chat
when it
boys-
doesn't work, it's like
Hold
a
on.
no harm, no foul.
Chat boys, you're on probation, and this is what you give me? You give me the fucking hidden ball trick sucks?
Hidden ball is.
I wish I
bushing,
could.
they say.
I wish I could throw that guy off the internet. That guy doesn't deserve to breathe the same internet air as the rest of us. The hidden ball trick, flea flicker, yes.
Used though.
Yeah,
I feel like you see that you see that on a college football Saturday, on NFL Sunday. I feel like you see at least 4 or 5
the first,
between every game. I'm
the
saying
first time I ever hit we call it just a football board down there. You call it squares up here, I think.
yeah, boxes.
The
yeah.
first time I ever hit a board, it was Monday Night Football in 1994, and it was 10-7 Dolphins. I had double sevens, and right before there were 30 seconds left in the third quarter. They were at the 25-yard line. They were way away, and I was like, oh, well, not my night. And Dan Marino hits a flea flicker to Mark Duper on the sideline. I think it was Mark Duper. Might have been somebody else. 75-yard flea flicker, 17-7 to end the third quarter. Bam, first board ever, and I was hooked for the rest of my life.
boards are good.
Aren't they great?
Boxes are
Yeah,
good.
they're nice.
Box. What did you call it down there?
Square boards.
Square boards.
Yeah.
I'd say boxes are.
We just called it a
squares,
board.
We call it
board.
square board.
Boxes.
Boxes. I don't like boxes.
No, it's a box.
It's a box. They're all boxes.
Well, they're squares as well.
That's it. I'm good with squares. I would say boxes more, but I also feel like it's just squares.
Let's see. The fumble Rooski. Does that even happen anymore?
No.
Not much.
It's just too it's too risky.
Yeah, I guess so. Nebraska used to do it a lot. They'd put it down, and then they'd have like an athletic guard who would pick it up. It did
Like,
that in the national championship game in
I feel
1984.
like once a year you get like a viral fumblerooski in like high school.
Yeah. That's true. You do get a fumble Rooski.
Like
in
once
high
a year, in high school somewhere, you see somebody pull one off.
school. I feel like that's what high school football is for. Viral plays.
Literally.
Yeah. I've been wanting to go to a high school game in Jersey because I want to feel the Friday night. I love Friday night.
Our
football.
Jersey's got some good high school football.
By Brent, you don't. Well, I was gonna say.
Yeah, it's fine.
You live in the area of some prominent Catholic.
I live near
Jersey
Bergen
high schools?
Catholic. Yeah. I live near Bergen Catholic. Yeah. It's good football, but I haven't gone to see a game yet.
Go to Don Bosco.
That's what I was gonna say.
That's the
Bosco
best game
Bergen's a
in
crazy rivalry.
Jersey High School.
Okay. Well, I'm often gone on Friday nights, but I do want to go one. Like I can't go this Friday. I'm heading to. By the way, I won't be here for the show tomorrow. Okay. Will you be here?
Yeah.
Rico will be here.
Mm-hmm.
Big Av will be here.
I'll be here. Yeah.
Ben Mintz is leaving. Actually, when are you leaving?
I'm leaving this afternoon.
No.
Oh yeah, like now next 5-10 minutes is the plan.
You said you wanted to leave at 12:30, right?
Yes. Would you like me to read this ad?
Yes. So much.
All right, let's do it. 2016, Cut Clothing founder Stephen Borelli felt boxed in by his wardrobe. He hated having to compromise between style and comfort, so he decided to do something about it and started with reinventing the humble plain tee. The result, a tee that GQ calls the only shirt worth wearing. Stylish enough for the boardroom or the street. Comfortable enough for workouts in the gym or nights out at the club. Cuts just released their new always-on joggers as well. Designed to never take a day off, even when you do. Whether you're commuting to the office or out on a date, Cuts joggers offer comfort that never quits and style that never disappoints for a wardrobe as ambitious as you are. As seen on the world's elite athletes like Patrick Mahomes, Damian Lillard, Tim Tebow, and Bryce Harper, to name a few. It's not just a lifestyle. It's not just clothing. It's work, leisure, apparel for the sport of business. Get 15% off your first order at cutsclothing.com/picks. That's cutsclothing.com/picks for 15% off your first order of Cuts Clothing.
All right, why don't we do your gambling picks since you got to go because you are taking one of your many vacations.
I'll be back Monday on time.
You're going to Oxford because God knows we need coverage out of Ole Miss. Your picks, please.
Yes, it's ironic. So my picks this week, I'm 10-2 this week, and I went 4-0 last night, and I'm still down 24 units for the month. So that feels like an accomplishment to be that hot and still be doing that crappy. All right, we got a parlay plus 500 FFF pod parlay tonight. It's Denver plus 1.5, Case Keenum over 220.5 passing yards, and Pookie Williams over 46.5 yards for Denver. I've got the Broncos plus 1.5. I got the Braves money line free to close it out today, I believe, and I got the Dallas Mavericks plus 2.5, and also I got to say something to my boy Ev because he came at Ole Miss on Twitter. That the incident you were referring to on the KKK thing was like it was no. I'm going to bring this up. I'm bringing this up because a few of them showed up to protest when Ole Miss banned Dixie in 2009 as a progressive move, and a few people showed up on campus. That was not an Ole Miss Section event.
Time out.
I'm
out of here. Time out. Stay here for this statement.
Okay.
Do you think it's progressive to ban the Confederate National Anthem in 2009?
I think that is an egregious mistake by Ole Miss to not have done it 40 years before. And awful things happen to minorities that cannot be said, and I stand for none of it, and it's awful. But I did want to address what Ev brought up. But that's still no excuse for what happened in the past at all, and I want to make 100% sure it's an uneasy topic that I do not condone in the least, and awful things happen that can never be forgiven, but we're trying to do better.
Okay.
That's all I can say.
Enjoy your trip.
Thank you, Brandon.
Really appreciate you, Ben.
That was decently said, right?
Well,
John, what?
Mincy's asking us questions like we're off the air.
Right. We're still doing a show, Ben. Right.
I hate when you come at me on it because I don't know how to
Just relax. Fine. Just go enjoy yourself. Just get out.
Mincy, you're forgetting your bag, buddy.
Your bag. You're shook right now.
Man, I'm a little shook. It's a hot button topic and it makes me uneasy.
Okay. All right.
All right, y'all have a great weekend.
I've decided not to push anymore about it, by the way. I'm not going to do the racism stuff.
That would be all. I would really appreciate it if you don't.
All right.
It's very awkward.
We got a show to do.
I love how he puts it on himself. Like it was him. I love that. That's why I really appreciate the apology.
He puts it on himself that like someone else was racist.
It's his call.
Now he's just staring at us outside the glass.
I mean, may have gotten some muddy waters after got my Knoxville vibes.
What'd you tweet?
I think I was tweeting. I was basically backing Tennessee after the throwing and stuff on the field and all this. I'm now Tennessee is my SEC team.
Yeah.
I went there. They took me in as one of their own.
You also looked amazing in the overall.
Thank you. I feel like I look good in orange, and I placed a responsibly very large wager on Tennessee plus 2.5 that night.
I'm not gonna lie, orange, great color for fat guys.
I thought it looked good. I was getting a lot of compliments,
Yeah,
and
I agree.
they took me in as one of their own. I was getting a lot of love from the people. So, I took that loss legitimately. That night, I swear to God, I think I took that loss as hard, if not harder, than an Ohio State loss.
Really?
I was really upset. I was really upset.
Goddamn.
Wow.
And the Tennessee fans were getting trash, and I think it was so funny after that, just being amongst, like, in the student section type thing, and when they got that first touchdown, like, ripped off the board, after the ref runs with them on the scoop and score when Corral fumbles, and then they just wave it off and just say his progress was stopped, which was insane to me.
Bullshit.
Because it was never stopped. I don't think there was a
They
whistle.
didn't announce it.
They literally didn't say a whistle. I believe 2 refs ran with the guy running down the field with the ball after he recovered it. And the way they just were so, like, us against the world, like, of course they fucked us. Like, it's Tennessee. I was like, I'm in on this.
Look at
Like, I
that.
was like, I'm in on this.
Is that not the best Evs ever looked?
Like, I feel like I look good.
They look great.
And I just was like, you know what? Tennessee's my SEC school. Like, I'm buying in on the ground floor.
I don't hate that because I was there. Listen, I love to hate them because the Vol Twitter is the biggest monster in Twitter. It's
And I used to hate them. I used to hate them. Now I love them.
But Vol Twitter is an opponent that you respect. Like there's other Twitters in football. Like Arkansas Twitter is just stupid. They're all just collectively not very smart. Vol Twitter is a strong opponent. And you respect that.
just the way they reacted, it was so like just such an us against the world.
Yeah.
I just fell in love with it immediately.
All right, so baseball.
Minty is he's roaming around. He is.
I don't know what.
No, I got in a little back and forth with an Ole Miss fan. I started pulling some of Brandon's lines.
Yeah, I mean it's
Like I was like, someone said something. I was like, I can't support
Hey, it's out there.
Klan rallies. I was like, can't get behind that. So I'm a Tennessee guy. Sorry. So
mean,
that was how it. And then the kid just kept going back and forth with me
It was 4 whole years ago they did the Klan rally. So they're very
because I
progressive,
tweeted, and then people got really mad because Big T retweeted something that I saw that it was Ole Miss at a basketball game throwing stuff in the field like a year ago
Against
When
Tennessee.
Against Tennessee.
Yeah.
So I retweeted. I was like, oh, like didn't mean to retweet this, and then Ole Miss fans got so fucking mad that I did that.
Yeah, they're whiny
So
little
then it opened the floodgates.
Baseball. So, Marty,
I still think the Dodgers are going to win.
why?
I
The Dodgers have been better than the Braves for 1 inning out of a whole series.
1,000%. They should have got swept.
Yeah, 1 inning, and now they're gonna win 1 in LA and then 2 in Atlanta.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to bet it.
I'm honestly just pissed at myself because I've been in the Braves every game, and then I could have the Braves plus like 190 last night, and I didn't. I'm kicking myself about it.
What do you think the series price is on the Dodgers right now?
It's got to be 250. If it was 150 when they were down 2-0,
Yeah,
It's
but now
gotta
it's
be
3 though, and
it's
they,
one. I'm guessing 250.
the Braves have home field advantage now. They've wrestled that back. They got the home.
What are you guessing
It's
is before you
Dodgers
see it?
tonight.
I'm gonna guess Dodgers
I don't
plus
even know.
250.
I don't even know if you could do it right now. So.
The Dodgers still don't know who they're pitching.
Oh, that's true too. But Fried's on the mound for the Braves, so I mean, like I jumped on the Braves plus money with Fried.
I will tell you this: World Series odds to win it: Astros minus 112, Braves plus 170, Dodgers plus 700, and Red Sox plus 1100. If you believe the Dodgers can beat the Braves, plus 700 is the best price you would ever get on the Dodgers to win the World
Yeah,
Series.
that's fair.
I'm going to throw some on there tonight.
Yeah, I mean that's
It's worth it now. Yeah, if you believe in them, I mean, definitely.
That is they came back from 3-1 last year, but they weren't manhandled the way they
no,
last
and
year,
they
the way
had
they
the
are
home
this
field
year.
advantage last year.
Yeah,
The Braves are dominating them.
I know. Just
I said it when Smitty said that they had zero chances. They have 3 legit guys. I just think when you have 3 aces like that,
Yeah.
and you have a good lineup, like you can't count them out of a series completely.
and it's crazy. Like they planned to have pitchers that were better than these guys. They planned like a couple of years ago to
Yeah.
have these Soroka and all this.
Yep.
They planned to have Ron Acuna is going to be a
Acuna-
top 5 to 10 player in the league.
Acuna and Ozuna, they lost both these guys.
Yeah.
Their lineup is still stacked.
Austin Riley just turns out to be great.
That's what I'm
Duvall's
saying.
a monster.
These guys just become like they're not who they are.
Eddie Rosario, they gave Sandoval for this guy. He hits 2 home runs last
When
night.
Freddie Freeman
And Solaire's out right now.
when Freddie Freeman started the NLCS with like 6 straight strikeouts and the Braves won both games, you know something's
yeah,
up.
exactly.
You know something's up. But I don't know. Braves Astros looks like the overwhelming. Looks like because the Red Sox are done.
Yeah, they
I
look dead.
think so
They're
too.
finished.
Another miracle over last night. That series is the gift that keeps on giving overs.
Again, like I said, when they didn't get that game 2 nights ago, they were really done.
Yeah, and they just got handled with ease.
Yeah, I mean,
for them to win 2 games on the road against Houston, I just don't see that happening.
me neither. And Jordan just dummied that pitch every time. I mean, throwing that pitch to him is crazy in that situation with first base open. But
excuse me, my voice is going
fuck
out.
the Red Sox.
Why don't you guys talk for a
Shit.
second? I got a cough.
I went to a fancy dinner last night, a like chef's table thing.
Really? Which Taco Bell?
I couldn't. I can tell
Cantina?
you,
Did you go to Taco Bell Cantina?
I couldn't read the menu. Like I didn't. It wasn't. You didn't get to choose whatever. The plates were
Okay,
this big.
Why? Why did you go to a nice dinner
I
last
got
night?
invited.
Okay.
14 minutes before. What?
I mean, Tyler Cameron comes calling. It's. I'll be there, no problem.
Okay, now thank you for saying that.
I wasn't
Thank
gonna
you for
say
fucking-
it.
Of course you weren't gonna
I
say
wasn't
it.
gonna say it.
Like,
I
you
was
could
just
tell.
saying.
14 minutes before.
Do you think any of us thought you were just going to go to a fancy dinner to get
Hell
invited?
no.
Just say it.
Hell
Just fucking,
no.
Tyler Cameron says, "Come to this nice chef's tasting menu with me."
He says, I'm Ubering right now. Just called the Uber.
I was like, I haven't had dinner yet. That'd be nice. And I went to my friend Tommy's house, and I did not fit in. They clapped every time the chef said something.
Was it delicious?
Unbelievable. But there's some things I didn't understand what it was. Like they were like, "This is mashed potatoes." I know what mashed potatoes are. They were not mashed potatoes. It was insane. But then there was a short rib. But then there was this. I'm going to show you this picture.
Right.
I don't know what it was.
You know, I think some chefs, I feel like they do this weird thing with almost their branding
Wait,
where it's
text it to me, Mark.
kind of like artists.
Yeah, text it to Zai so we can see it. on
Where
screen.
like I feel like artists they develop this thing where it's like they just do nothing and people are like, whoa.
no,
Bro,
but they all put
yeah.
their own
I feel like chefs,
interpretation.
but I feel like chefs have can have a similar type thing when you're like, I'll call him like a hype beast chef,
right.
like where like he makes a little dish and people are like, oh my god, it's incredible.
I mean,
The
there's only,
portions
look
are
at
this
it.
big.
there's only a certain amount of foods there are in this world. So what separates chefs is the way they dress these foods up.
And
The
if
way
I
they
feel like
put
it's
their
more
own
you
spin.
dress like their brand up more than it's like the actual food.
Yeah, I don't just the whole thing, and it was like a wine.
I
it was
can't
for
wait
a
to see
wine.
this.
Because a lady with
This
a
was the first course. It was an appetizer thing, and I didn't take a picture of everyone, but like I didn't know what it was. Like I just didn't know what to say it was. Either.
Before we take a look at this, you are stupid.
Yeah,
You're an
in my
idiot.
own way though.
Correct. There's nothing really redeeming about you.
I could go.
Why do famous people love you so much?
You know what it is? I think it's the way I treat them. I treat them like dirt.
no, I think the
You
opposite.
he just said that you
I
got
think he
an Uber.
fellatios them.
No, but he's never hung out with me with a famous person.
I don't like new people. I get very like new people throw me off. I don't like hanging out with.
I don't know why you attract famous people.
I think because I treat them normally.
There's a country music singer from Mississippi State. Doesn't know who I am. Text Marty every day.
Good friend. It's not even like because I don't even like country music.
Evan Longoria. Why?
That one I don't know.
Terrence Ross. Okay, hold on.
They said that's mashed potatoes.
No.
that's not it.
Oh,
That's-
okay.
But this was the
gonna say.
first course I took a picture of. What the fuck is that?
Is that some sort of thin layer of cheese on top of a?
I almost thought it was an egg.
Is that a polenta
'Cause I
at the
see
bottom?
yolk, but it's not yolk.
Bro, I have no idea.
I think that's a
what that could be.
polenta. The yellow thing sticking out at the bottom is a polenta. I think.
I have no idea.
Did it taste good?
Really good. And I don't like green things.
I got to be honest.
Stunned, right?
I've never seen anything like that. It looks like somebody. It looks like the people ate before you and left their napkin curled up on that plate.
Yeah. And you had to eat it. They only gave you a spoon to eat it.
Eat that.
Spoon?
Yeah.
You spoon that.
Yep.
Okay,
Almost-
that's definitely polenta, the yellow thing. I
It
don't
was
know
soft.
what.
It was soft.
It almost looks like someone had like a salad and like one over easy egg and then threw up.
It's a crazy dish, though, right? I'm no joke.
Actually, what's the name of the restaurant?
It wasn't a restaurant. It was like it was like a building. It was an apartment.
The white thing's throwing me off. Like, what could that be? Looks like there's some pepper on it.
And I like
that
the look
pepper?
like the dots of whatever sauce that is he has too. It's like I don't know, man. I couldn't even tell you what it could be.
Bringing the chat boys back up because maybe they know. I don't know why.
Yeah, I got an eye on
anybody
that.
who
They got
watches
nothing
would
so
know.
far. I got an eye on that.
I mean, that's crazy.
Let's
The rest
see.
of it was really good, though.
Looks like a dryer sheet on top. I don't know.
Seriously,
A coffee filter?
no. Oh well, yeah,
Was that edible? That white thing?
yeah, I ate it.
That's got to be some sort of cheese.
But every time the chef came out, they clapped, and then the next person would come out and talk to you about the wine, and then another way, and it's just like
Were there other famous people there?
it was like a lot of like E-News people
Were there
and
attractive
like
women there? Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
it was an interesting night.
Fitzsimmons and
Could tell you
Tico,
that.
Texas might be my favorite combo.
That's
That was an
unbelievable.
interesting.
We're having-
should have
that's
them-
$1 million meeting.
We should have
right there.
the meeting
Can we
on
get
air.
get a lobby cam here?
That's $1 million meeting right
That
there.
meeting might need to be on air.
What's going on? What are we figuring out here?
That is an unbelievable
That's big
duo.
business. We're not. The chat boys aren't ready for
We
that.
can't even. I don't
What's
even
being
know if we
said
should
in
be
that
able to
meeting.
watch that.
No, that's high level shit right there.
How much? Yesterday,
Fitzsimmons,
first of all, Tico came to the office like 5:00 yesterday. She reported for work at 5.
5 at night.
Yeah, and I got done with my show, and I walked out there, and I always give her the half arm hug, right? She jumped into my arms, wrapped her legs around me, and I thought, okay, that's how we're doing things now.
Yeah, you give a real hug. A one-armed hug is kind of like,
Like,
come in for an embrace.
A one arm hug and throwing your legs around somebody.
come in for an embrace.
All right, before we get to everything else, I just want to point out sometimes, and I know in your life you will understand what I'm saying, sometimes your gambling powers do something that you can't explain. And sometimes your gambling brain does things and you're able to figure things out that you would never be able to figure out. Yesterday, I was just looking for somewhere in this office to chill out. Mm-hmm. I was tired. I want to get away from people. You know how it is.
Yeah.
And I ended up in the, I guess we still call it the gambling cave, even though we really don't do much in there anymore. I was in the gambling cave. The only person in there was Za watching Manchester United against Atalanta. And it was 2-0 late in the first half. And me and Za were talking. You know, we're boys. We hang out. We kick it a lot.
Sure.
And so I'm sitting on the beanbag chair. Za just dipped out. Za left. Okay. So I'm sitting on the beanbag chair, right? And I'm watching it, and I say, Za, it's 2-0, right? And he said, yeah. And I said, I would give anything to cross the river right now and bet Manchester United money line.
Because they were down 2-0.
They were down 2-0, and it was late in the first half. And he said, no, they're dead. They're finished. They can't do it. Watch 2 more plays. I said, Za, they're about to score, and they're going to win this game. He said, no chance. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know football. And getting mad. You know how he gets mad about soccer.
Pussy
You
hole.
don't know football. And I was just getting mad at me, and I was like, Za, they're about to score. They're going to score before the 60th minute, and then they're going to win. I ended up having to leave, so I left and did something else. Scored in the 57th minute. Scored in the 66th minute. Scored in the 83rd minute. 1-3-2.
Wow. That's unfortunate that you weren't in Jersey.
I know, but I had no reason to know that. I had no I don't know who those
Yeah, you
players
don't know
are.
soccer.
I didn't know it at all. Za, come on, give me
Yeah,
credit.
I don't know. Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know anything. You're the soccer
But
guy.
give me-
I actually need soccer picks now.
But give me credit. Did I not
no,
tell
you?
you?
You did.
Za,
I don't know how they turned it around though.
I don't
Man
wanna make-
United was never in that.
making into
Oh,
soccer
here
real
we go.
fast.
Here we go.
No, but
I
how
know
does
exactly where you're going?
No, I actually have. I don't understand how PSG loses any soccer games.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say that
I'm not
Za
the-
never gets a soccer pick, right?
Well, you
Za
don't.
never gets
you
a soccer
don't.
pick,
You're the
right?
worst
I don't.
soccer gambler in America.
Yeah, no, but soccer you need defenders. You know, you can't just pack your team with attackers and leave the back open.
I
No,
mean,
but it's-
Messi and who else is on that team?
Neymar.
Like that's just
Yep,
insane.
and Mbappe. No,
And
but that was a great call.
Yeah,
That's-
thank you.
yeah.
Maybe give me some credit once in a while, Za.
No, credit.
'Cause every
to
time
you.
I walk by you in the hall, you want to
Credit to
square
you.
up.
Credit to you. You got anything for this weekend?
I don't know who's playing.
So we're playing tomorrow
Arsenal
against
is.
Aston Villa. Yeah,
I miss Troops.
he's back. He's back in a couple weeks. First of November, he's back.
All right, let's go on. We haven't really talked about much here. NBA last night, Knicks.
The Knicks are just back.
Knicks are good.
Evan
Knicks are
Fournier
back.
is LeBron James.
Julius Randle might win the MVP.
Okay, that's a little much. Why can't you just have a good team? Just have a good team
Because
once.
New Yorkers, we don't know how to
You
act.
guys
when the
do
Knicks
that
are
with the
good.
Yankees too.
No,
When they win
it's
three-
no. This is
it's
different.
not, 'cause when
It's
you win-
different.
When you win 3 in a
It's
row,
different.
Marty says you're going to win the World
But
Series.
it's different though. The Knicks.
Knicks
the
are-
Knicks
It's not different.
The Knicks have a special place because it's just
I'm-
like they're never. especially someone that's my age, they've never been
You
good.
New Yorkers, as soon
Ever.
as your team wins 3 in a row, they're the
Yeah,
best
we
team.
don't know how to act.
I want this on the record.
Did you
I
see
am-
outside the Garden last night?
I
That's
am
1-0.
not. a
Dude, it was
Knicks-
crazy.
That's
I'm not a
1-0.
Knicks fan. Like I'm not like I don't watch every Knicks game. I can tell you that I don't really care about the Knicks, but I do like when the crowd is like that after the game one.
There was one
It was
game.
awesome.
They were fired up in the preseason.
I do have a little bit of beef with you, though.
What's that?
Jaylen Brown.
Yesterday, we're talking about gambling this game, and we're saying, Marty says Jason Tatum out, and you said, no, it's Jaylen Brown that's out. This son of a bitch had 25 points in the first quarter.
But he ended up like 40 something.
Right.
I didn't think he had much of an impact. I barely noticed him.
He had 25 points in the first quarter.
Knicks 1.5, win by 4.
That was an unbelievable.
Also, the ending of the game, that was some of the worst basketball I've ever seen.
I've
The Knicks
never
that last
seen
minute.
that. Was Knicks right there. Like
Just
like,
don't- just
hey,
don't
you're down,
foul up 3.
You're up 3.
Don't foul.
Just leave
Not
the guy
only
wide
not
open.
foul, not foul, but don't even end up with a guy close to him.
Actually, I forget who tweeted. If it was Coley. I think it might have been Coley or Jack Mack. Hilarious tweet saying that Kemba on that last play was running around like Jamal Adams.
Yeah.
The secondary.
Yeah.
He was running around like he just didn't know what was happening. And then Marcus Smart was just wide open for a 3 at the
You think
at the
people
buzzer.
care about the NBA?
I think they do, yeah. I think people passionately care about the NBA. I care about the NBA. It's not like more important than college football to me, but I love the NBA. The NBA to me is the best. Just throw it on without worrying about who the teams are.
Well, see, we got
I
it.
love doing that.
We got it last year for the first time, but I think the problem with the NBA is we've just seen the same teams win over and over and over.
But have we? The Raptors and then the Lakers.
But
and then
no, I'm saying
Bucks?
like we got it last year. I'm saying like we got it last year where we had the Suns Bucks. That was rare. But and the
Warriors
Raptors took a fluke. Like the Raptors took multiple injuries
But it happened.
together. No, for sure. But I just think we've seen so much of LeBron and
The Warriors
and the
and the Cavs,
Warriors and
like,
with the
yeah.
Cavs and then
The Heat.
I think with the NBA, I think it's the best part of the NBA and kind of the worst part at the same time. Where in the NBA, barring injuries, the best team pretty much always wins. And I think like in baseball, you see teams get hot and this and that. Like the NBA, you don't really see. You see teams get hot, but they get hot to like maybe like the Heat that when they made that run to the
What I
finals
like
and stuff like that.
What I like about the league right now is we're kind of entering a transfer period. We're entering
Yep.
like LeBron is,
Yes.
is winding down. Steph's going to start winding down soon. KD, like he doesn't have that many more years left. He's been in the league 14 years. Like all the stars of right now, and we're now seeing Giannis has won one, and now you're going to see Luka start to
The
take
young
over.
guys are.
You're going to
legit.
Trae Young looks fantastic. Luka looks fantastic. You got some great young players. The next 10 years look really exciting, and they play basketball. To me, the right way. Like 20 years ago, we had guys that just wanted to shoot 28 times a game, and they were able to get. And then the result was like finals games that were 86, 84 with guys missing 100 shots. Now, LeBron ushered it in, and then the Spurs and the Warriors solidified it. It's all ball movement. It's all open shots. It's all open threes. It's a lot better basketball than it used to be.
Yeah.
No, I agree. But saying like I think I agree with you the transition thing because I think with having the LeBron and Warriors era for like a decade straight, I think the NBA needs it bad, but they have it. Like it's here. And there's a lot of good young guys that I think are going to be capable of winning championships. And it's exactly what the NBA needs to move forward and keep progressing.
But you also have the storyline of LeBron and Steph trying to hold on.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
because
Durant, all that, like the Nets, what are they going to do with having 2 stars like that?
I mean, LeBron is
Kyrie's
literally
a whole other thing, but
the Lakers have literally built a team based on the last generation.
they would have won the finals in 2011.
Yeah, this team would have been
I think
incredible.
I think the way they're built right now have 0% chance of winning the finals. Maybe I'll eat my
I don't
words.
think 0%, but I think
just
it's high.
the way they play, like they have no one that can shoot.
Yeah,
Like that just doesn't work.
I do think they
It
added.
just doesn't work.
I do think they added some good.
Melo can shoot. Like I think Melo is like I think Westbrook's going to be the problem. I don't think Melo's the problem. Melo, I think Melo can know his role and be that spot up shooter and scorer that you need. I just think when you have Westbrook and Rondo and LeBron, like I just don't think they're just square holes or square blocks trying to go in circles.
But
Like,
I
it
think
doesn't fit.
their 6 through 9 players are better than they've been. I think they added some good like Bazemore. Bazemore's a good player.
He's solid.
Bazemore's a great
Solid.
option to come off the
They
bench.
also lost Kuzma. Like I like Kuzma.
I don't think Taylor Horton Tucker's a bad option. He's a young guy. DeAndre Jordan plays with him.
But DeAndre
Jordan's on the Lakers?
He doesn't matter. Like
I know he doesn't matter. But Kendrick Nunn, by the way, is a good piece.
yeah, like
He's a
it's
really
a
good
decent piece. Like it's fine. I think it's a fine piece, but
Malik Monk's a good piece.
it's a fine piece. I just don't.
Again,
think
I'm not
these
talking
are-
about stars here. I'm just talking about
No. I know. No, you need those guys for like a legit finals team. You need those guys, but I just think like they don't have the. I just don't think they're structured to win a title.
Here are their ages, by the way. The Lakers' ages.
It's horrible. It's
37,
horrible.
36, 32, 30, Avery Bradley, 28, 33, 35, 23, 36, 33, 35, 32.
Jesus.
I just don't. That's not it. I just don't think, especially with Westbrook in that. Like, I just don't think that's it. I don't think that's what's going to get.
I
it
had
done.
no idea DeAndre Jordan was on that team. None whatsoever.
I'll tune in like January. I'll figure out some other guys.
But this is kind of Barkley season. The thing he does, who he play for, where there are teams like I'm not gonna spoil anything. But tonight on the dozen, the 2 NBA trivia questions, he just says a guy and says who's he gonna play for this year, and we went 1 for 2. We went 1 for 2.
Yeah.
So I knew one of them. I didn't know the other one. Anyway,
I didn't know Winslow was on the Clippers.
Justice Winslow, he's on the Clippers.
I had no idea.
There you go.
Yes.
How about
I
that?
think there's just so much big movement that those like very middle of the road moves kind of can just fly under the radar.
And those are the moves that matter.
They
matter
can,
a
yeah.
lot. They matter a whole lot.
I loved him so much out of college. He really, I thought he was going to be like a Jimmy Butler type guy. He hasn't been that guy, but he's been decent.
I mean,
He was that
the time's
one-
not up on him though.
No, that's fair. He's still young, but I was very high on him coming out of college.
I was high on Reddish.
Yeah,
He was awful.
What
in
happened to R.J.
college.
Barrett?
he's good. He's been good.
Wait, Reddish was awful in college.
I know, but I was high on him coming out.
Barrett's
Everyone
been like very
was.
good.
It's crazy. He
I know.
literally had one good game for Duke.
But
It
I was
awful.
high coming out. He's not been bad in the pros. I love the Hawks, by the way. Hawks
What's
are on
your,
my
I
team.
do too. I like the Hawks. I'm on them tonight.
So what's your rankings of sports? It's college football 1.
I go college football 1, NFL 2, NBA 3, big gap, then baseball and hockey.
no college basketball, huh?
No, you're right. Okay. Can I re-rank?
Yeah.
I go 1 college football, 2 NFL, 3 NBA, 4 college basketball. And really after that it's all negligible. Those are my 4 sports that I will watch.
Mine's tough for
And when we
one.
get into February, I will switch NBA and college basketball.
Yeah.
But like November, I will watch a little bit, but I won't watch a whole lot. December, but January, February, I'll just dive into college basketball.
I think mine's NFL, college basketball, college football, and then it's like baseball.
Yeah.
And
Yours
then
is going to be
NBA.
similar to mine, right?
Yeah, it's college football and NFL for me is like 1A, 1B.
Yeah.
Football's just like
Yeah, football's
football.
always going
It's
to be
football.
1.
I
It's
just
tough
love
for me
college
because,
basketball.
like, I guess I would go.
You're
I
going
guess
to
I
be
would go-
ready to name this Gonzaga roster?
Yes, I got everything ready. Don't worry.
Okay, all right.
I got the top
I
2
don't,
teams
I don't
ready
want somebody.
to go.
I don't want somebody to drop on
No,
you.
we won't
okay?
have that this year. No callers.
No, yeah, no college.
Yeah, maybe I'd go college basketball next. UFC's up there for me too. Like I love.
I'll tell you
watching
about
UFC.
college basketball. I don't think about college basketball when it's not in season. I don't think about it. I don't worry about it. When it's in season, I'm hot for it. But college football, I think about all year round.
So that's me. I'm the same way. I don't. For the opposite though, I don't care about college football at all when it's not
Yeah,
in
okay.
season.
Picks time. Let's see. Marty's still in the lead. I don't know if he had a good night last night. I know Mintz was undefeated, but he's already left to handle his racist past. Joke. That was just the way he left out of here. All right. So, boy, you had a lot of pictures today, Big F.
Yeah, I did.
There goes Pat.
It's true.
Marty, lead us off.
I got the Browns tonight just because there's no logic. It's Case Keenum revenge game.
Yeah.
They have no 2 tackles out.
What's he trying to get revenge for?
Was he on the Broncos at some point?
Case Keenum?
Probably, right?
I don't think he was.
He was not.
I don't think
Never?
so. I was running through his teams in my head. I was like, I don't think so.
I mean, he was on a lot of teams. I
Just
don't know.
revenge for them existing?
Yeah, revenge. Hawks and Clippers tip bet. I mean, just take the taller guy. That's pretty much what I'm doing. ULL, I think, is just going to smoke them, minus 18. And then I'm going Dodgers. I have to go with my team that I've been dying for no reason.
Big F.
I'm on the Broncos tonight. I like the Broncos to get it done. Teddy Bridgewater, great as a dog. He's playing tonight. They're saying he's expected to play. So I'm on the Broncos. I'm on the FAU Charlotte over 57. I love UNLV today.
Okay.
Love UNLV.
They're so bad.
But they're so bad, but they're not.
0-6.
But have you looked at their scores? They lose tight games to
0-6
really
is real
good
bad
teams.
now?
They lose tight games to really good teams.
Well, they're not that bad, are they?
No, they're not that bad. I'm
There you
telling
go.
you, they are the Lions of college football.
Not that bad.
They cover spreads. UNLV +4 in on the money line. Also, like the Hawks today, and the Heat. I feel like I'm gonna die. Just keep fading the Bucks, but
All right.
I'm taking the Heat +2.5, and I like the Braves money line.
I love my first pick is ULL Arkansas State under 70. Listen, Arkansas State has a defense that puts up just huge numbers for their opponents, but ULL isn't that team. They want to run the ball. They want to control the clock a little bit. I think 70 is too much here. So ULL Arkansas State under 70. San Jose State -4. I think San Jose State's a decent team that's dealt with a lot of injury issues. You know, Starkel's back and good now, so I'm okay betting them. San Jose State -4 against UNLV. Braves Dodgers under 8. Hawks -2.5. My favorite pick on the board. It's the first one that I went and found this morning. I think the Hawks are really fucking good. I think they could be a top 3 seed in the East. Mavericks aren't bad either. This is two young guys that were they traded for each other?
They were.
Yeah. Luka and Trey, two of the pillars of the NBA. You know, Luka a little bit better, but Trey's still a great player. And then Broncos +2, I side with Ev on that. I don't know if we have anybody else's picks.
That's crazy where like those two guys get traded for, and usually one's a bust.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
they
they're
both are
both
just
like
good.
you can't be.
they
that
also
mad.
both fit their teams.
very
they do.
much.
Like
so,
Trey
yeah.
Young is Atlanta, and then
Yeah, if Luka was on Atlanta,
it just wouldn't feel
fit.
right. Yeah, and it just. And Trey could probably fit, you know, him playing in Oklahoma, right? He could probably fit in Dallas. But
I feel like he'd kind of stink on Dallas.
you think so? Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. But he's got those young studs around him.
Honestly, just the name Trey Young, like just on paper, is very Atlanta.
Yeah, it is.
I love Atlanta's team. John Collins.
Yeah.
I just love.
I like hate them because of last season, but they're just
It
good.
was so electric at SmackDown when he came out at MSG.
That is pretty cool.
All right. The Yak is up next. Thanks.